Hey everyone, I am joining Heather's Crafty Life in a Use It Up for June. So the collection that I've decided to use up is the Simple Stories Full Bloom collection, and I have the collection kit. I have already made one. I've already made one layout with the collection kit this month. I made this on June 1st before I started to record. And for this one, I focused on using die cuts. So I have a whole bunch of the embellishment die cuts on here. But I just wanted to show you what I have right now. Today is June 5th, and hopefully I can get this collection kit used up in June. So let me show you what I've got so far. Oh, what I've got left. I also pulled out coordinating flair to go with it because I'm also trying to use up flair on layouts. So these are just flair I picked that went with the colors. So in the collection kit, I actually have the entire sticker sheet still. Let me see if I can pull this out. The entire sticker sheet. I haven't even opened into it yet. So I've got to get all of that. I have this little piece of this paper. And I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love all those. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of the sheets left. So this originally came with, I think, 12. Yep, 12 pieces. So I have used 3 pieces of the paper. So I have 9 full sheets left. And then I have, one of the reasons I only have 9 sheets is I had already cut all of the tags from the tag paper up. So I have all of the tags ready to go. If you know you're going to use the tags, I just, one of the things I do when I'm sitting on the couch is I take down some of my tag paper that come in these Simple Stories kits and I cut them apart. So I have that ready to go. I have the puffy stickers. It doesn't look like I've even opened that yet. I know I've used some of the chipboard already. I have the journal bits, and I have used some of these. Enamel dots. I did get the, I got the story pieces, and I've used some of those, and I really like those. And then finally the die cuts, which I used quite a bit of on that page you saw. So my goal here is to use up this collection in June, and hopefully you'll follow along while I do that. Thank you. So here is the next page I'm doing with Full Bloom. I thought I would just walk you through it. I'm also going to be using a sketch from the Scrap and Sketch Facebook page. I've used those sketches before. I'm just going back to look at one. I looked for one that had one photo and a couple of different papers because I'm really trying to use up papers. And I found one that I really liked. So I'm going to be using this bee paper or beehive paper and the really pretty floral. And then I'm going to use other papers to go around that. Now, what I'm doing here is if you'll see in the sketch, they have like a piece of paper to the side and then the photo is matted. So I just want to use the bee paper, the blue side there, as the one that's to the sides. I just wanted to make sure that I had a tall enough piece. I don't know if you can tell on this page, but the bees actually are one direction. So I couldn't actually go the other direction. So I just wanted to make sure that I did have a tall enough piece for it. And I did. Now I want to use this orange. So this orange is just a piece of paper I found in my stash. I do need a larger mat, so I'm going to gut the paper, but I'm only gutting the super inside of it, so only about 8 inches, make it an 8-inch square, but I'm going to use that square for mat, and then I'm going to have it just to put in the stash to go with the rest of the collection. So at this point, I'm getting out some gathered twigs. Sorry, I thought I was scattered straw, but that's the yellow one. Gathered twigs, and I'm just going to ink the edges of the papers. And then I'm going to start putting things together. Lately, I've really enjoyed using sketches when I'm a little bit unmotivated or having problems kind of thinking about what I'm doing, it really helps to use a sketch. And the Scrap and Sketch is a good place to look. Christie's Beautiful Life's 30 Days of Sketches. She has all the folders with all the old sketches. So there's literally hundreds of sketches there for you that you can look at. So go to one of these pages or go to Pinterest and find a sketch that you want to use. I will say that lately in the community, there's been a lot of discussion about using other people's sketches and giving them credit and all of this. So, 100%, this is not my sketch. This is a Scrap and Sketch sketch. And if you want to see more about it, I will link the Facebook page below. But please, if you like my take on the sketch, feel free to scrap lift me and use it and go from there. I always enjoy it when people use what I do as inspiration. So I'm inking the edges here, and you can see I'm following pretty closely to the sketch. And I'm going to put these down. And I really love the colors of this collection. Oh, I just was showing you the big, huge. So I do a lot of pages for My Little Scrapbook Store, and this is a huge roll of foam tape that you can get over at My Little Scrapbook Store. If you haven't shopped over there, I will leave you a link below. You can use my link, and if it's your first time, you can get 10% off of your order, and that's really cool. I am looking to see what else I have. I really want to use something from this cut apart page. It's, I think, as I told you as I was going through the pages, it's one of my absolute favorite. And I decided to use this little orange one because it happens to match the color of the paper. Now, I really find it super cool that this random paper that I had in my stash that I think was probably, super old, just an old piece of cardstock, happened to be the exact same color as the color in this collection. So that worked out really well for me. So now I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to put everything else and what I want to do. I really wanted to use that sun banner, but it just didn't fit anywhere. Now I'm pulling out my Heidi Swap stamps from Stamp Society, and I have been in the Stamp Society now. I think this is my fourth month, and every month you get just a little bit different stamps. This happened to be one of the months that had kind of a grid stamps. Many of the stamps are about finding places to journal and finding places to write. I know there's been some discussion that they seem to be very similar, and they are because she's really trying to get you to tell your story. So a lot of the stamps are about finding places for you to tell your story. I personally am loving having all of these stamps that have the grids and the lines and the journal blocks. As you can tell, I've used that particular journal block quite a bit. It's one of my favorites. And then I'm going to pull out a couple of the other stamps that are some of my favorites. This right here, I think I'm going to pull it out. Oh, no, I'm going to go and find an Ellie Studio one that actually has the months. So the one thing I haven't gotten is a stamp from Heidi Swap yet that has the months on it. So this particular Ellie Studio one has the months and then the days. So I'm going to put April 23rd on that. I'm trying a lot harder to stamp more, and I think we've talked about that in a few of my videos, but I have a lot of stamps and I really love stamping, but because a lot of times I'm doing pages in a I do them like on my lunch hour, or I do them while I'm listening to TV shows, or I do them downstairs with John. I don't always have the time to really just play, and stamps take more time. So today, I had nothing else going on, and I just took the time to use my stamps. And it just is a lot of fun building this journal card with a lot of different things. So here's another of the Heidi Swap ones. It has some florals on it. And I'm just building a couple little floral clusters with different colors. I'm using evergreen bough, scattered, no, not scattered, sorry, saltwater taffy. And then I'm going to go pull out fossilized amber. So those are the three colors that really match this collection really well. Um, there's a lot of other colors that are close, and you can get away with a lot with this collection because it does have a lot of the colors. But the ones that I've tended to see that actually are almost identical are the fossilized amber, evergreen bough, and saltwater taffy. So this new saltwater taffy really is kind of fun. It's coming in great. I've used it for a lot of different collections. Totally recommend it. So there I am, kind of cleaning off my desk, which I guess you really didn't need to see, but just trying to get some stuff. And then I am putting those stamps away. The other thing I enjoy about Heidi Swap stamps is they come in a little sleeve already, so you already get the sleeve with it. I'm going to save you from watching me do my journaling and figure out where it goes, and we are going to flip and see the journaling has already been completed. So now we have the base of the layout. We're just going to embellish some. So I'm going to put one of the word phrase stickers. I believe it says spring is in the air. And then I'm just going to start embellishing. I'm going to ink some of these just to kind of keep consistency. The little camera I thought was cute. And most of my layouts, just like most of my layouts, I end up going on a diagonal. I am going to put this little butterfly up on some foam so that it's popped up. It's a little sheet of foam that I have left over from a bigger piece. So I'm just going to use that. And I am loving how this page has turned out. Like I said before, I am trying to kill this collection. I'm hoping to use it up, and I'm realizing really quickly that I don't have enough of the paper and I have too many embellishments. So I have a feeling I will be using these embellishments with other paper collections, and that's okay because the embellishments are good colors, they're primary colors, and they will work. But I have a feeling I've got maybe two, maybe three more layouts of the actual paper left. So I wanted to say hello flowers. I thought that was fun. Now I know these are cherry blossoms. I know these are trees, but the way they kind of bloom, I enjoyed the flowers. I am going to pull out one of the flare. This has got little bees on it, and I thought because it had little bees on it and the paper had bees, I thought that was appropriate. The blue is not quite the right color, but it works because of the context of the page. I'm going to go through my die cuts, just trying to use those. Really wanted to use the flower ones, but they just weren't working on the page. So instead, for no reason except we're in a park, I pulled out the kite, and it just kind of added a little whimsy to the page. Sometimes, and then I added that one little leaf. And now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I don't remember gluing that leaf down. Hopefully I did. I don't remember doing that though. So we'll have to look at the floor and see if it ended up on the floor. Maybe we can look at the end page and see if it ended up on there. But like I said, the kite just adds a little bit of whimsy. This is one of those, all of your embellishments don't have to make complete sense moments. So this has been a little bit longer of a video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just the intro to the kit and then going through the actual page here. There's nothing fancy about this page. It's just following the sketch and using the collection. But not every page has to be full of mixed media. It's about kind of finding things that work for you and finding things that you like. So I really ended up enjoying how this page worked and looked. So I have on some fake nails for the wedding we had, and it's really hard to get enamel dots off and put them down with fake nails. If anybody who's had to do that, it's not fun. I also on the sketch it had journaling around the box. Well, obviously I did my journaling somewhere else, but I did want to go ahead and add something. So I got the sort of I don't remember what they're called, stitching or line stickers from ink blots that I have, and I use those to go around the edge. They are called accent borders. The borders. I'm using just an envelope to kind of protect the edges so that because I know it's not going to be just right, and then you'll see how I go in and fill in the edges. So after I make these borders, that is the full page, and I really, really love how it turned out. Like I said, not a lot of mixed media, really just some stamping and using the stickers and the one collection. Didn't really go outside the box, but it's a good page and it turned out exactly how I wanted it. So thank you for watching. Here's the close-up of the final page. And as a reminder, if you need any of these supplies, you can head over to My Little Scrapbook Store. Thank you so much.